All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another stream here on the DCRL channel. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic match. Your playoffs have begun, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an absolute blast. Today I do have my good buddy who is just like roasting the absolute hell out of me behind the scenes. We have Mitch back on the casting desk. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, you're acting so nice now, but let me tell you, this guy was literally, he's been my secret op. Mitch, you've been my opposition, like this entire time, my entire career. You've been my opposition, bro, and I'm just finding this out now. But hey, I'm glad we beefed it out. If you make land, we will be fighting. You and I will be fist fighting on land. So, just putting that out there. No, but anyways, we do have a couple series back to back here in the Dakota Collegiate Rocket League channel. First up is going to be a Division B matchup between the OGs and Papa Pumpkins. So the number 1 seed versus, I believe, the number 8 seed. It's gonna be a good matchup no matter what. I mean, this Division B and Division C, I mean, we've said it so many, like millions of times now, it's so competitive. All these teams are so close, you know, all around the board, stuff like that. So it's gonna be an absolute fun stream to watch. But we're gonna go ahead and toss it over onto some Division B standings here. Like I said, the OGs are sitting up at the top, the number 2 seed, 1% behind the McFlurries, the number 1 seed in winning percentage. Absolutely crazy stuff from them. They're leading in goals per game, goals per game through the regular season, assists per game. I mean, their stats look absolutely fantastic, and they have every right to really be in contention for that number 1 seed. And they're one of the best teams in this division. They're going to be going up against Papa Pumpkins, which they ended on the regular season 2-6 with a 42% win rate. Nothing really stands out too hard for me stats wise, other than the fact that just, you know, this team, once we go into, you know, the individual players and stuff, they're a very solid team led by you know, a very renowned member of the DCRL community. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the OGs here. So Mitch, if you kind of want to go over some of the things that you see here, that'd be great.
Sure thing. We have basically the whole OG squad, which is Bobslinger, Skay, and Nitrous, being on around the same goals per game, 0.82, 0.82, 0.94. But then we have the number 1 assist in the entire league with Skay with 0.79, which is really good for them.
Yeah, definitely. That's huge, right? Bobslinger last semester, Mitch, I don't know if you remember, but he was the captain, but he didn't score, you know, a lot of goals per se, but he does such a good job as that first man on his team, just disrupting and creating a lot of those chances. Mitch, I don't know about you, but Nitrous he's a newcomer to the league, and he has been like lighting the league up. Are you impressed with this guy, or what's your opinion on him?
Oh, 100%. Nitrous has been great so far. I think Nitrous and Skay is just such a good combo. You have the number 1 assist, then you have one of the higher goals with 0.94. Just that very good combination, really lighting the league up, and a 39% shooting percentage on Nitrous as well, which is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nitrous has kind of been that resident, like third man for this team. Skay has kind of been the resident second man, I guess you could say. Obviously, you know, you rotate around, but I'd say typically Nitrous has kind of been that rock in the back of their offense, and just kind of gets in the right spot at the right time and rips a shot on, and he scores a lot. He's a very good Rocket League player, and it's pretty unfair that he was the second pick for this OG's team. Huge reason why you know, they had so much success this season. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the next team here, which is Papa Pumpkins. They are 2-6 on the season, so like I said, you know, not too great of a regular season, but their winning percentage was still like 40%, so they're winning a lot of their games, a lot of game 5s, stuff like that. But like I said, they are led by none other than CRJ Pumpkin, a very renowned member of the community. You know, this is the first time he hasn't been Division A, so he does make the jump down to Division B, and he's leading his team. I mean, he almost has a goal per game, you know, decent amount of saves per game, and he's definitely doing the most offensive work on this team. But again, nothing really jumping out here. V-Storm, he's another newcomer to the league, so this is his first season coming in, and he's doing all right too. I would like to see him, every time I see this team play, I want to see V-Storm become a little bit more active, especially offensively. I think a lot of times he just becomes really passive, and just doesn't get involved as much as he needs to. And then obviously Papa Yappa rounds off this team. Long-time member. You cannot hate this guy. He's always smiling in the cams, you know, no matter what's going on the field. But yeah, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, Papa Pumpkins. So now, Mitch, we're gonna do the tradition, the traditional oldest time at this point. What is your prediction for this match? It is a best of 7 now, so you got to keep that in mind. What's gonna be your prediction for this one?
I mean, I think that Papa Pumpkins could definitely like do something in the situation, but I really think OGs are just gonna like clobber them. I think that CRJ might will them to 2 wins, but at the end, I think before 2 for the OGs.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it's hard to really argue against the OGs with how dominant they've been all really semester long, but I always got to go against you, so I'm gonna give Papa Pumpkins the benefit of the doubt. I know CRJ Pumpkin has what it takes to win and play at a very high level, you know, being in Division A. I think if V-Storm can really get more involved offensively, maybe be a little bit more aggressive as second man, I think this team has what it takes to, you know, really be that high tier Division B team. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Papa Pumpkins take this one, completely opposite of what you say in 4-2. So I'm looking forward to it. It looks like these boys are ready to go, so I'm gonna go ahead, launch the game up here as we get into this playoff series. Not too much on the line on this one. No elimination matches are in play as of right now, but those will be coming soon, and this will decide what happens next, because every team does have 2 lives, pretty much. That's how playoffs work. It's a double elimination bracket, so everybody has 2 lives, and you got to win 2 before you lose 2. Or no, not in Division B. Not in Division B. There's something different, but nonetheless, we're gonna get into this one, ladies and gentlemen. The Papa Pumpkins versus OGs, right underway now.
Yeah, so you see Bob Singer gonna just send it up to the wall, send up to the ceiling, I should say. Might go for a double touch here. Gets saved away by D-Storm as Bob Singer has a great demo on Papa Yappa. Kind of opening it up. That might be a shot. Bumps each other off. That is a goal for Bob Singer. 16 seconds in, already 1-0 up. That's really good for them.
That really is. That's really good. Look a little bit shaky though. Nitrous and Skay double commit on that one. Doesn't go in, but luckily enough for them, it's still pretty much just wide open there. Yeah, I'll turn the game volume down a little bit for you guys. But yeah, the OG starting off strong. The number 2 seed already proving their dominance here as CRJ Pumpkin makes a little bit of a weird touch in the midfield as Bob Singer tries to get that in the midfield. Can't quite do it. Nitrous is going to carry this one out. Dodges a demo, gets a 50 on CRJ Pumpkin. Big 50 coming out from Yappa as this one gets sent over to the blue side. Pumpkin might have a shot, but ends up ringing it straight off the left post there.
That was a very good attempt from them. They just really need to be able to sink those if they get it again. Skay is going to end up sending it back to Nitrous, see if he can do anything with it. Nitrous pulls off that play. Skay going to be alone on the ball, going to keep it up, send it off backboard. Somebody should be there for the Papa Pumpkins. They are. Back to Nitrous, shot coming in, just off. Nitrous gets a little bump on CRJ, but ends up getting bumped by Bob Singer. Demo comes in again for Bob Singer. Bob Singer has been a terror for his Papa Pumpkin already.
Yeah, that's what he does best. He's one of the best first mans we've ever seen, really, in my opinion, in Dakota Collegiate Rocket League. He's so disruptive, he's so fast, and just does so much with the ball. Gets a lot of very good challenges, creates so many opportunities for this team. He's really just has, you know, such a productive play style, I'll say. But Bob Singer himself gets a good touch out, gets another one around V-Storm, left missing here. CRJ Pumpkin makes a much needed touch. Nitrous is the last man back here. He's going to try and make a good settle, and he does. CRJ Pumpkin makes a good 50. This is looking a little bit awkward here for the Papa Pumpkins. Escape puts a shot on net, knocked away by Papa Yappa. Barely puts it up high. Bob Singer going on, laying on this pressure still. And this one could be free for Nitrous. He lays a shot on, but rips it off the crossbar.
What an attempt coming in for Nitrous. SK ends up putting it in anyway.
That was just a great shot coming from Nitrous. You know, great air roll. Hits it with the corner of his car. Had a lot of power, and Skay just gets up nice and early and beats out that last offender. And the OGs gonna go up 2-0 now, just 2 minutes in to game number 1. And I need to change the overlay because it's actually a best of 7 and not a best of 5. So we're in for the long haul here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of Rocket League to play between the 2 series that are played tonight. We'll see if we can get some content here. Hopefully we don't get any like 4-0 sweeps because those are lame. But I'm looking for Papa Pumpkins to try and have some sort of fight in them here.
Skay gets over CRJ. CRJ gets a very nice hit out to the side. Skay just gonna let CRJ take this. Skay gets a great hit around CRJ just to keep possession on that ball. Papa Yappa gets 50 on it. Can Skay double it? He cannot, unfortunately. Cannot get up to it. That was a very good attempt coming out from Skate. I can't lie though. Oh, that's another goal for Nitrous. As I'm talking, yep.
Man, I don't know what it is, but Papa Pumpkins just don't have an answer against this aggression from the OGs. It's just relentless so far. I mean, their rotations have been looking fantastic, minus that first goal, I will say. But, I mean, nonetheless, this is looking really good for the OGs so far. We're only halfway through game number 1. They already have 3 on the board. They're starting off hot, which a lot of teams failed to do. This could be another opportunity. Looks like Bobslinger's going for the read off the backboard, but what I was saying is a lot of teams really start off slow and kind of use game 1 as a feeler mode. Seems like OGs are kind of doing the opposite. They're just going, you know, balls to the wall here as almost an own goal comes out from CRJ Pumpkin and ends up being another goal for Skay, and I believe that might be a hat trick. If not, it's at least his second goal, and that one's a little bit of a catastrophe for Papa Pumpkins.
Yeah, second goal coming in there for Skay. This is not looking great for Papa Pumpkin, I can't lie, but I mean, they're not really getting any offensive pressure. It's just been on their half for the whole game pretty much, and I must say that D-Storm and Yappa really need to step up here. The CRJs tried to take it off their own half, but unfortunately he just keeps getting shut down every time he attempts it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think Papa Pumpkins need to, I don't know exactly what it is, but they need to start matching this aggression that OGs are bringing, because currently playing so passive is not working. Their OGs are pretty much walking all over them right now. So it's kind of a situation where they need to be aggressive. V-Storm does get aggressive, makes Skate pop it up high. Papa Yappa has a free touch, pops it up high for maybe CRJ Pumpkin to get a touch. This is looking awkward. Nitrous needs to make a touch outwards, and he does. Papa Yappa tries to go up and get a touch, but he can't quite read it there. Good demo coming out from Nitrous. This net is wide open, but V-Storm does make it back. CRJ Pumpkin gets a nice touch over to this corner.
Skate gonna put up the Bobslinger again. Pass coming through. Double miss coming through from Yappa and Bobslinger as Nitrous gonna take it off the back wall there. Might leave it up for Skate. Nope, Nitrous gonna try again. V-Storm gonna take up the back wall. Might go for a air dribble here. Kind of awkward air dribble. Get demoed out by Bobslinger as Skate takes it around CRJ, but back to Papa Yappa. Still on the orange half. This ball has spent probably 90% on the orange half compared to the blue half here.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's like I said, it's just been so much aggression from the OGs. Such good midfield presence just to keep this ball in the half, but V-Storm maybe finds a good pass over to CRJ Pumpkin. V-Storm gets the follow-up on his own shot, but rings it off the post, and that could have been the first one for Papa Pumpkins. Pressure is still on, though. CRJ Pumpkin's going to try and meet Nitrous there, but a good settle by him makes Pumpkin turn back for his own boost. Pumpkin does make a touch on his own back, where Nitrous looking to keep this one in. He does. This one's floating up high. Papa Yappa doesn't make the best touch here. Allows Skate to make a free touch. Can he get the double? He almost gets it, but sends it a little bit too far wide. Would have been a crazy hat-trick goal there from Skate.
This OG's team is really popping off right now. I'm really hoping that Papa Pumpkins can wake up here and maybe produce a goal at least to get some pressure going into the second game. But if not, OGs are looking great.
Yeah, they are. 5 seconds left to go. Does look like the OGs are going to walk away with this one. Maybe one more for the road. It won't, as the ball does hit the ground. Game number 1 going to the OGs in a very, very dominant fashion there. I mean, it doesn't get much more dominant than that. Really, Papa Pumpkins maybe had, what, 1 or 2 decent opportunities. I mean, they only had 2 shots compared to the OG's 9. So, I mean, man, if I'm the Papa Pumpkins, I'm gonna need, you need some major change here, because whatever they were doing just was not working.
You're 100% right. I will add it again. CRJ with the most touches in the entire game really goes to show that Yappa and V-Storm really need to help him out on the offensive half. It just can't be CRJ because he's getting shut down every single time he goes past the blue half there.
I completely agree. One thing that the OGs do so well, and it's something that I preach probably too much, is second man aggression. You know, they do so well at having good follow-ups, whether it's up the field, you know, behind, you know, reading a good 50, anything like that. Their follow-ups on initial challenges are so good, and it's something that I really think is the main reason for their success. And Papa Pumpkins don't really have that. That's the thing that they're kind of lacking. CRJ Pumpkin makes some good opportunities, but V-Storm and Yappa just kind of playing a little bit too passive, in my opinion, both offensively and defensively, in order to, you know, get any sort of offensive, you know, momentum going.
You're 100% right. As we enter the second game now, we see CRJ and Bob's going to go for the kickoff. Good 50-50 kickoff going out for Papa Yappa. Unfortunately, gets beat up by the Skate. Might go for a double here, straight down. Beats out V-Storm here. That's right for the net. Couldn't get it from Bobslinger, though, unfortunately. Yappa's going to send it out back to Nitrous, who's going to take out the sidewall. Puts it out mid. That's kind of in a dangerous spot there unless Nitrous can reach it. He can, but not the best touch. Not the best touch going out there. Back to TRJ, puts it back to mid. That should be Yappa's ball. He should be able to control it. Sends it kind of high back to Bobslinger.
V-Storm carrying this one out. Nitrous makes a weird touch. This might be open for V-Storm, and it is. Papa Pumpkins get their first goal of this series, and it's under the name of V-Storm DT. Getting the first one, first lead of the game, or the whole series now for Papa Pumpkins. Just 30 seconds in on a little bit of a weird touch by Nitrous. Kind of puts that one off a little bit. And I do see an interesting chat here saying 6 demos versus 0. That is a very good point as well. I mean, the OGs, you know, they're using demos to disrupt and, you know, create some space, and that's definitely another big reason for their success.
You're 100% right. I think that's kind of the reason why V-Storm and Yappa, and CRJ for that matter especially, were just kind of scared to go up past their own half there because they were worried to get demoed and then leave one man back. There's another demo coming out for Bobslinger as we're talking about it. Unfortunately, doesn't lead to anything as Nitrous is forced to 50-50. That back to V-Storm. Kind of misses that back to mid. Bobslinger got a shot on net. Back to Skay. 50-50 back to CRJ as he goes for an air dribble. Nitrous gets a great hit out.
They're going to clear this one out. Papa Yappa does make a challenge though. Skay has it on his car. A good challenge from V-Storm. This one might just go in, and it does. It's V-Storm getting his second goal here of this series on a very, very good 50 from him. You know, gets a nice high 50 there, right over top of Skay. V-Storm capitalizes and gets another one. And finally, Papa Pumpkins showing some signs of life here in this series.
All their goals really coming off of OG's kind of mistakes here. I don't know if this would be a sustainable way of scoring here for Papa Pumpkins, but it's working out at the moment, so they'll take it.
Definitely, definitely. 3 minutes and 30 left to go here. Papa Pumpkins gonna try and hold on to this lead. You see Nitrous stealing some boost on the other side here. It's gonna leave V-Storm without much boost to work with. Bobslinger does find the beat around. Can he find the pass down? He angles himself perfectly to try and get that down where it's almost crazy of the attempt there for Skay. Nitrous gonna try and keep this ball in, but it's gonna go right out the wall. CRJ Pumpkin can make a good touch. Tries to get another one, can't quite get it, but V-Storm with a nice second man follow up there. It's a good 50. Bobslinger gonna try and wrap this one around the horn there. Can't quite get it. Nitrous. It's a shot on net, but denied by CRJ Pumpkin.
Yep, as it goes back to Yappa, who sends it back for Skay. Gets a great pass out back to Nitrous. Double 50 coming through there from Nitrous and Skay on V-Storm. Gets a good beat out. Nitrous gonna take it, dribble. Gets a good 50 on CRJ. Over Yappa. V-Storm should have an easy save though on that. He does. Back to corner. Pumpkin gets a great hit over. Back to Nitrous though. Just kind of boomer ball coming through for the Papa Pumpkin right now.
Oh, good opportunity, Skay.
Oh,
can he slot it? Barely hits the post. Good opportunity there for the OGs. Falls a little bit short. And what was a good opportunity there. Nitrous with a good air dribble. Looks like Pumpkin's gonna try and get a Doomsy Dookie there. Can't quite find it though. This one's gonna go up the wall, goes up off the backboard. It might be free for V-Storm. Gets a good 50. CRJ Pumpkin's there for the shot, but Nitrous, the good diving save. And what a touch from Bobslinger. Put that in midfield, but nobody to follow up from his team here. Skay does get a good touch on a weird touch from V-Storm. He's gonna try and kill this one and get a touch midfield, but Pumpkin shuts that one down.
Does it go back to mid? Yappa gets a great hit out. I think Nitrous tried to go for a little catch there. Unfortunately, he was not able to. Sends it back to mid. Somebody gonna be there. Yappa is there to get a great pass out. So Slinger, not the best touch coming through. Just kind of leaves it there for Papa Yappa. OGs are kind of leaving the ball more now. Skay versus CRJ in the air. CRJ ends up winning that. Trying to put it mid for V-Storm. V-Storm gets a 50 on that. Back to the midfield is Skay versus Yappa here. Yappa's gonna beat it. Back to Nitrous over him. He's gonna go for maybe an air dribble here. Beats out Pumpkin. Over V-Storm, not the best touch. Straight back down. And Papa Yappa gets a great hit out.
Okay, just maintaining his pressure. It's looking good here, but Pumpkin makes a great read out of his own net there. Nitrous goes missing on that one. A little bit awkward here, but Bobslinger able to get a good touch out. V-Storm pops this one up high. Nobody goes. Pumpkin's a little bit late to this one. Skay gets a decent first touch, almost finds a second. Bobslinger gonna try and ring this one maybe off the corner. Can't quite do it. It's Nitrous puts that one off the sidewall. Bobslinger almost gets a big dunk. This could be dangerous. Pumpkin, can he get another one? And he does! As CRJ Pumpkin finds another goal here for Papa Pumpkins, and it's his first of the series now. And Papa Pumpkins get yet another one with 50 seconds left to go. This is starting to look pretty good for Papa Pumpkins. I'm not gonna jinx it, but it's definitely a better showing from them here in game 2.
Oh, you're 100% right. This is looking much better for them. Not great looking for the OGs even, because once again, all of Pumpkin's goals are really coming off of just mistakes coming out from the OGs, which should not be happening here. but nevertheless it is, and Pumpkins are doing great to adapt to it.
I completely agree. 30 seconds to go here. Game number 2. CRJ Pumpkin gets a great pop and a good double coming out from CRJ Pumpkin. Beautiful, beautiful double tap coming out from the captain.
CRJ showing why he's the captain here.
Oh, that is the DIV experience right there. It's a good play coming out from CRJ Pumpkin. Gets his 4th. And it's looking a little bit bleak here for the OGs. Maybe another one coming out. CRJ Pumpkin does get a good 50. Papa Yappa trying to find his first of the series. The CRJ Pumpkin with a great follow-up. And the OGs are letting Papa Pumpkins run away with this one.
This is almost a mirror from game 1 as we see OGs control the first game while Papa Pumpkins just absolutely destroy in the second game. This is looking great for them.
This is weird coming out from Division B. Normally it's, you know, really close games. We get to game 5, like, you know, there's not too many huge blowouts like this, but Papa Pumpkins with a great answer back here in game 2. You absolutely love to see it. If you are a Papa Pumpkins fan, V-Storm makes a weird touch over, just wasting some good time here. I'd say you gotta not let the OGs get a goal here. Don't let them even get any hopes of getting any momentum from this. 1 second to go. Ball maybe will drop. Looks like Papa Yappa keeps it up high. But it does touch the ground. And Papa Pumpkins taking game number 2. And like you said, a pretty much mirror image of what game number 1 was. Just complete. Gosh. I wouldn't say dominance from Papa Pumpkins because, like you said, a lot of those goals were coming from the OG's mistakes rather than Papa Pumpkins, you know, really outplaying the OGs. But nonetheless, I mean, if the OGs are going to continue to make these mistakes, you'll take that any day of the week.
I can't lie, the OGs just can't get in their own heads here. They did great the first game. If they can just keep replicating it over and over again, I think Papa Pumpkins are not going to be able to stop them. But if they continue to make the mistakes, they know what's going to happen, and this game will mirror of the next probably 3 games.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just letting the teams know that each team does have a timeout here when it comes to playoffs. So I kind of forgot to let them know that. Luckily, we're only in game 2, so should be okay no matter what. So maybe we'll see some timeout strategies. But I mean, Papa Pumpkin dropping 805 points there. I mean, it's hard to argue that. It's really hard to argue that, and pretty much nothing across the board for the OGs. Again, though, interesting stat line is that Papa Pumpkins 0 demos. 0 demos across the board again, and they showed, you know, that amount of dominance. So it'll be interesting. I don't know exactly what wasn't clicking for the OGs, but something just wasn't clicking there. We'll see if they can answer back. Game number 3 getting underway.
You can also see from that last game as well that the OGs demos were also halved. So that could have just been from Papa's. Oh my! Oh, what a goal coming through instantly off the rip from V-Storm and Pumpkin.
Wait, was that a flip? Was that a flip reset? I don't know what that was, but nonetheless, CRJ Pumpkin creates a great opportunity, and V-Storm absolutely slots that thing. Papa Pumpkin striking first here in game and number 3 already.
Oh, yep. As we see Yappa and Bobster get an awkward 50-50 back out to mid. Pumpkin should be able to beat Nitrous. Not the best touch back to Skay, who's going to try and maybe shoot it. Not the best. Oh, and that's a goal for Skay as V-Storm just misses and Skay almost saved his own shot.
Yeah, you can see V-Storm in the cams there. He wants that. He wants that one back. That should have been a very free aerial. And
don't want to talk about it.
yeah. Don't want to talk about it. I mean, that's one you want back, definitely. The OGs get a goal off of a mistake coming from Papa Pumpkins, getting the equalizer 30 seconds in. Game number 3 is V-Storm makes a decent touch around the last defender there. Skay's going to be forced to go back. Makes a great touch off the wall. Gets another good one over Papa Yappa. Papa Yappa does get a decent touch and allows Pumpkin to put this one over in the blue end.
True. As V-Storm gets another miss on the ball. Unfortunately, he's unable to. Just leaves Papa Yappa and Pumpkin by himself on the back line. Gets a great hit out from Pumpkin as it sends back to mid. V-Storm, or not V-Storm. Oh, that's great underneath. That's a great save coming through from Bob Slinger.
Yeah, that was definitely Papa Yappa looking for his first goal here. V-Storm looking to slot another one. And V-Storm showing off the shooting here tonight on a great slot. Just a good amount of power there. 110 kph. Puts it right above Nitrous. And that's going to be his second of the game now. And second for Papa Pumpkins. They get back to that 1-goal lead.
100%. We always talk about like Pumpkin and Skay and all that being great. V-Storm, when he's on his day, he's a great player, and we are seeing it right now.
I completely agree, but unfortunate miss. Maybe acts as a fake for Yappa, and Yappa puts it in. V-Storm, great fake, buddy. Love to see it. I think Bobslinger was 100% expecting a shot there. It ends up working out for Papa Pumpkins. Good stuff coming out from Papa Yappa to slot that one.
It's great, but once again, more mistakes coming out for the OG. They're just kind of letting Papa's Pumpkins do their own thing on their own side, which is a complete opposite from how the first game went.
Yeah, it is. Oh, geez, maybe the nerves, maybe some nerves getting to him a little bit here. Not too sure. Could be really anything at this point. But V-Storm going to try and get another shot on. Gets absolutely denied by the OG's defense there. Bobslinger going to go up off the wall for this one. Gets a good solid touch. Yappa almost own goals. I don't think that would have been in, but it was definitely close. A weird redirect coming out. Good demo going from V-Storm. That one almost just finds its way in somehow. Decent backward defense. Yappa needs to make another touch here. Weird touch coming up from Nitrous. Pumpkin gets up though. Keeps this one up out of the way.
50 coming through back to mid as Skate goes up for it. Flip reset off the back wall. Nothing, not another shot. Oh, Skate fakes Bobslinger out, and he scores it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think. Man, I was gonna say I don't think the OGs are doing a very good job at communicating right now. I'm seeing a lot of double commits. I mean, we know they're a really aggressive team, but it ends up working out this time. But you know, Bobslinger, you see him get sent by Skate. I don't think he was really expecting that one, but hey, Skate definitely, you'll take that. Good solo play coming from him to put that one in. OGs bring it back within one now. Skate makes a decent pop up out of the way here. CRJ Pumpkin goes missing. Papa Yappa does need to make a good touch, and it goes off the top of CRJ Pumpkin's car. Almost finds another touch off of it, and Papa Yappa needs to slot this one on an open net, and he does. And Papa Pumpkins come back with a 2-goal lead with 2 minutes and 44 left to go.
This is looking much better from Pumpkins.
It is.
It's not just coming down to OG's mistakes. They're making their own opportunities, which is a great sign for them.
Definitely. We still have over half this game left to play, though. No lead is safe by any means. When the series is, or the games are this high scoring, they're pretty much close to no defense being played as Papa Yappa goes missing on that one. And now Bobslinger gets a good touch into the corner. It's free for Nitrous, and that ball finds its way in the back of the net. I think that all kind of started from a big miss from Papa Yappa there, and that's just a good center off the corner. Coming from the captain Bobslinger, and they bring it back within one now. And like I said, no lead is going to be safe here. We already have 7 goals, and we're not even halfway into this game number 3. I think the defense needs to get upgraded a little bit here, Mitch.
Oh, you're 100% right. Both sides just scoring and scoring and scoring each other. I'm sure the shots after this game is going to be insane. But either way, 7 goals in 3 minutes. As we see Pumpkin's kind of getting awkward on the backline, deciding who's going to take that, but it ends up kind of working out back to Bobslinger, who's going to send it up to Skay. Might go for a little pass here. Back out to mid. Bobslinger's unable to go for it. Nitrous puts it backboard. 50-50 coming through for V-Storm as he gets a great 50 out. Going to continue with that ball out. Trying to get it past Skay. Unable to, but gets a great 50.
Dang.
That's another goal coming through for V-Storm. That's 3 now. It's a hat trick.
Addy, V-Storm. I kind of called him to action a little bit, in the pregame, right? I think I've noticed, some of the series he's played in, he's been a little bit slower. But he's really stepping it up here in this series, especially games number 2 and now in game number 3. Gets the Hattie, brings this lead back up to 2. 2-goal lead here. This might almost find its way in. Skate finally gets there at the last second, gets a good touch out. V-Storm looking a little bit awkward here. CRJ Pumpkin gonna need to step into action here. And V-Storm makes a great diving save from a miss from CRJ Pumpkin. Bobslinger maybe trying to backpath this one. Gets met by Papa Yappa though. Good opportunity for Skate, trying to get an angle on it. Almost gets it. A little bit of a miss though. Looks like V-Storm gonna pinch this one out off of his own sidewall. Pumpkin with some good pressure here, just keeping this pressure on. That's something that they did not do in game number 1, was just keep the pressure on, and CRJ Pumpkin does a great job of it right there.
Oh, 100%. Skate might go for a little dribble here, trying to just get some space here. 50, good beat coming out from V-Storm. It goes back to mid. V-Storm is unable to read it, but neither is the Bobslinger there. Kind of awkward in the midfield here now as Pumpkin and Skate take a 50-50. Back to mid. Skay and Nitrous double commit there, leaving Bobslinger on the back line with CRJ coming in. Miss coming through for Bobslinger as Nitrous sends it back to Skay. Kind of risky there as he sends it past the midfield.
Yeah, definitely very risky. Both these teams, like I said, just playing with so much aggression, which is definitely what I asked for, but it is leading to a lot of goals being scored. Both these teams just kind of putting defense on the back line right now. 42 seconds to go. Papa Pumpkins just need to try and hold on to this lead. V-Storm doesn't look like he has much boost, gets demoed in the process. Nitrous makes a great follow-up here, but an unfortunate touch. CRJ Pumpkin reads it all the way. This is weird for Bobslinger. Makes an awkward touch. The net might be open. Oh man, if he could have left that, I think Papa Yappa would have been there for the slot. He gets up though. Almost finds a double from Papa Yappa. It's still looking good though, V-Storm. Just needs to waste some time, control the ball here. Don't give OGs any chances right now. Looks like maybe a weird touch from Skay. Kind of pops it up high, and that's going to waste a lot of time here. As much needed. Full reset does come out, almost goes in off an own goal. And 5 seconds left to go. And ladies and gentlemen, Papa Pumpkins able to win yet another one here after a rough start, slow start to game number 1. They get in their second now, and OGs now on their back foot. They're going to need to find an answer to whatever Papa Pumpkins are doing.
That looked great from the Papa Pumpkins. I said it before that like most of their offensive pressure came from CRJ Pumpkin, but that was a complete opposite affair. Yes, CRJ had 3 assists, fair enough, but no goals and everything coming through for Yappa and V-Storm, that's what you really want to see if you're CRJ.
I agree. I mean, especially after game number 1, we saw how much Pumpkin was being involved versus V-Storm and Yappa, and we're now, like you said, we're seeing V-Storm and Yappa get a little bit more involved in the plays, and that's fantastic. That is 100% what needed to happen for this Papa Pumpkins team. It's looking great so far, it really is. I don't know, the aggression that OGs had, I don't know if they might have that same aggression, but it might just be being met and matched by Papa Pumpkins. I'm not really too sure what it is, but nonetheless, both these teams kind of finding answers for each other. Now it's back into the OGs court now to see if they can try and find some sort of answer, against this all-out aggression that Papa Pumpkins have been doing. I mentioned second man aggression and second man follow-ups, and right now Papa Pumpkins are doing a much better job of doing that.
You're 100% right. I won't use it as a crutch for them, but once again, mistakes coming out for the OG leading to goals. They need to fix their mistakes in order to win this series. Otherwise, Papa's Pumpkins are just going to keep scoring on them.
Yeah, game 4 underway though. A little bit awkward to start this one out. Papa Pumpkin does get a beat right around Bobslinger. Starting out well here, gets a decent air dribble. Nitrous puts this one back into his own corner. V-Storm trying to make some sort of weird touch off the backboard to try and get that one midfield. Almost does it. Bobslinger looking a little bit awkward. Gets around Papa Yappa. Someone needs to challenge early, and he does. Wait, this one might just be in. Oh, almost geometries it perfectly off the sidewall there. Would have been catastrophic for Papa Pumpkins. A good opportunity here for Skay. Almost gets Doomsy off their the orange backwall there. Would have been a good start to their game.
Would have been a beautiful shot coming through, but Nitrous put the backboard. Nitrous gets sent off that ball. Papa Yappa going to put it back to Bobslinger. Puts it back to mid. Skay and CRJ is going to 50-50 that. Pumpkin just beat them absolutely there. Sends it back to V-Storm. V-Storm might go for a little air dribble here. Send it backboard again. Bobslinger is unable to get the read on that. Good 50 coming through for Bobslinger. Back to Yappa as he must control it. He sees 2 OG players coming for him. Good beat coming through for Yappa. Skay beats Yappa there just to send it back to mid, and it gets sent back to the OG side.
Nitrous now with a good ground play there. Gets a good flick. V-Storm does come flying in though to make the save. It's a little bit awkward. Bobslinger though keeping this pressure on. This is awkward. Nobody's on the backboard for Papa Pumpkins. This could be it. Bobslinger goes up. Oh my gosh, it rings out the crossbar, and Papa Yappa with the crazy diving save to barely keep that one out of their own net. Papa Pumpkins hanging on by a thread right now. They do have some boost to work with though. Good big booming clear. Bobslinger though, good solid touch out of the midfield. Gonna try and get another one. He does. V-Storm pops it up high, looking for a follow-up here from the OGs, but they're waiting patiently. Skay puts this one up off the backboard. What a beautiful read coming from CRJ Pumpkin, but this pressure still continues on as OGs have great rotations. Just one person after another just sending in the whole fleet, but CRJ Pumpkin makes a great touch. V-Storm should be able to make a touch out. He does, trying to find a flick over Nitrous. Maybe a shot from Papa Yappa, but he sends it wide.
He does. And Skay sends it back to mid. Skay gonna have some time on his ball. Unfortunately, gets a miss on that. V-Storm beats into that ball. Nitrous gets bumped off the ball back to mid. Bobslinger gets a great and much needed touch out. Leads it for CRJ as it's kind of 50-50 there. Back to mid. Yappa gets a great shot. That is a shot coming through for Yappa.
Yeah, there it is. There's the smile we've been looking for. Papa Yappa just in the right place at the right time there. Bobslinger makes a touch into the midfield, and Papa Yappa was just there waiting and slots that one right side of the net. Gets the first one here of game 4, which was a little bit of a slower game. We're almost halfway in. Last time, in game number 3, we had 7 goals by this time, and now we only have 1. Good demo though coming on the back line to shut down that OG's attack. V-Storm has so much time to work with here. Grabs the back boost. A little bit of an awkward touch, though. CRJ Pumpkin does take over. Gonna try and make another touch. V-Storm beats him out. Maybe back over to Pumpkin, who tries to get a pop over Nitrous, but Nitrous does such a good job as the back line there. Looks like Skate pops Sun up. Nitrous with a good follow-up. Doesn't hit the ball, though. Bobslinger gets a touch over in the corner. He has 0 boost to work with, though. Papa Yappa gets a good touch. Runs out of boost, though, to get that one midfield. But V-Storm with a great slot there. Beautiful angle coming from V-Storm as Papa Pumpkins get their second. And, man, Papa Pumpkins, I thought maybe this would be a back and forth, like, slaughter fest. But Papa Pumpkins, ever since game number 1, have been looking fantastic.
I can't lie, I don't know what's going on with the OGs. They look great in game 1. Now they're just unable to answer any of the goals that Papa Pumpkins are putting on. But either way, we have it going mid, back to Nitrous. Nitrous going to pre-flip it, gets beat out by Yappa as it's just Bobslinger left. CRJ is going to push him here, maybe going for a 50-50. Gets beat out there by Slinger. Put it back to the orange half there as Yappa to mid. Just knocking through for Skate. Gets beat out by V-Storm again. That should be an open net. Nope. No, Bobslinger beats him up there.
Yappa gets a good settle, but Bobslinger absolutely shuts that one down. Great dunk coming from him. He's going to try and follow up on this. Gets a decent 50. This one might be open, and it is. Bobslinger does all of the work there. 50s, like 2 people, right? One after another. And I don't know what you do there. I mean, V-Storm and Pumpkin just kind of drive at it, and Bobslinger just so aggressive, just manhandles his way through that Papa Pumpkins defense, gets themselves a goal, brings it back within 1. And this one is back in contention. Minute 37 left to go. This could be a good opportunity, but Papa Yappa makes a great touch to keep that one out of the way.
100% as CRJ is going to go for a little dribble. Gets beat up by Skate, puts it mid. Gets beat up by V-Storm again. Puts up the wall. Taking it slow, might try and pass out to Yappa. Gets beat out by Nitrous, just leaving Pumpkin on his lonesome back there. Sends a great pass out to Yappa, who was, what the hell it was. V-Storm up in the air. Double commit coming through for the OGs. And that's another goal.
It's a fake.
Oh, all right.
It's a fake, right? Papa Yappa just made a mull guess, even though they were both helpless in the air. Pumpkin does make a good follow-up there. Puts his lead back up to 2. And man, oh man, Papa Pumpkin's looking so good right now. And that double command on the goal line was just pure panic from the OGs. But they're going to have to try and find some sort of answer here, Mitch. I mean, I'm not too sure what it's going to be from either of these teams, or from the OGs. But, I mean, Bobslinger's not going to be able to do all the work as Nitrous is there for the follow-up right in front of that net. Puts that one up high, out of the reach of everybody. And they bring it back within 1. And now this game, again, back in contention. 1 goal lead only for Papa Pumpkins. Can they hold on to it? It's going to be the big question.
Yep. I think it really comes down to, can Skate wake up here? He did great for the first 2 games. Now he's really kind of slowing down. He needs to find himself again. But either way, we have Bobslinger taking up the wall. Gonna go for a dribble here. He bumps out Skate. Not the play I think OGs were looking for there. Leaving Nitrous kind of on his lonesome down there. Gets beat by CRJ. V-Storm pre-flipping that, unable to get it. Nitrous gonna try and beat out Yappa. Able not to, and that's another goal for the Pumpkins.
Man, oh man, I don't know. The OGs, I don't think they've really faced too much. I mean, it is Division B, so I mean, I can't speak too much for them. But I mean, no matter what, the OGs, I don't know how much, I don't know what the word, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but too much, you know, hard-fought battles so far here in DCRL, and so they're gonna have to pull something out here. 2 goal lead, 30 seconds left to go. Nitrous gets a good clear out, but it just gives away possession. Papa Pumpkin, or Papa Yappa doesn't make that great of a touch. Fake comes out from Nitrous. Can he get the flick on net? V-Storm makes a diving save on the goal line. There's no follow-up yet. Skate does coming out. Demos galore coming out. Skate gets a beat over 1. This is looking awkward. Bobslinger gets 1 more. The shots are coming out from both of these teams. The all-out aggression. Nitrous had the wide open net, and I think that is gonna do it. I think he needed to score that one to have any chance of winning that game, and that's gonna do it. Papa Pumpkins taking yet another one. They progress to match point now. Man,
the OGs call a timeout here.
Oh, they do, okay. So we're gonna go to a timeout quick. I'll let you guys look at the stats for a little bit, but we are gonna see a timeout. I'm excited to use this screen. I don't get to use it very much, but
I'll say it once again. Skate just zeros across the board. He really needs to pick his stuff up because he played really well in the first 2 games, and then he just cooled off after that.
Yeah, I agree. I think Skate and V-Storm are similar in that fashion, where it's like they're both kind of the it factors for their team, right? You know, one or the other you know, CRJ Pumpkin, he's consistently going to perform. Bobslinger, he's going to consistently do his playstyle that he does all the time. And it kind of comes down to, you know, V-Storm and Skay, in my opinion at least, to kind of go to, you know, to be that it factor and to be, you know, to step it up a little bit. And so far for me, V-Storm, ever since game number 1, has done, you know, exactly that pretty much. So, you know, kudos to V-Storm, especially Papa Yappa, for getting more involved, because so far they are looking absolutely fantastic.
You're definitely correct. You're definitely correct. See a timeout coming here for the OGs, as they really need to just cool down, see what's going on, and kind of fix the issues that are already apparent.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm gonna be real with you, I don't even know what those are. It's hard because I think one of the things I see the most is a lot of double commits, maybe some communicational errors, you know, both on defense and offense. And again, you already mentioned, but I'm looking at Skay, right? He was popping off in game number 1, I do believe, and now we see CRJ Pumpkin doing some curls, getting the blood flowing a little bit. Hey, I'm not gonna lie,
show up on stream.
Not gonna lie, if you can get the blood flowing, get a good pump in, dude, it helps your mental a lot. Like, I used to just, when my mental was down the drain last season, I'm not even lying, I'm gonna sound like a cringe lord for this, but I would seriously, like, get up, do some jumping jacks, bro. Get the blood flowing, and just do your best to try and get back in it. But timeout's over. This could be it. Game number 5 underway here. Can Papa Pumpkins close this series out? We're gonna find out very shortly here in game number 5.
We see a car change coming through the skate, now taking the Mustang Mach-E, which is kind of cool. Good to see, good to see. See Skate put it mid. V-Storm doesn't get a touch on that, but is still able to keep possession. Gets beat out there by Nitrous, so he puts it on the back wall. Bobslinger is pre-jumping that, beats out. Nitrous gets 50-50 there by Yappa, puts it back to mid to Skate. V-Storm gonna have a lot of time on that ball, sends it up the wall. Not the best touch out, not able to stay with it either. That should be the OG's ball if they're going to take it. Nitrous is going to be there. Gets beat out there by CRJ as Skates puts it back in mid. That's going to go straight down unless V-Storm gets there. He does. Great save from V-Storm.
V-Storm gets another good 50 after a great, showing some great backward presence there. Nitrous, though, looking to control this one out of the corner. Gets 50 by Papa Yappa. Skay up so early, though. This is going to be dangerous. V-Storm makes a great defensive play there to keep that one out. Bobslinger looking to try and continue this pressure. Puts it over to the other side. Papa Yappa makes a weird touch. CRJ Pumpkin can't quite find it. V-Storm looking to get a 50, but gets pretty much dunked by Bobslinger here. Papa Yappa puts a touch up high. This is going to be awkward for Skay to handle, but he tries to put a shot on net maybe, but CRJ Pumpkin's going to be able to put that one away.
Good demo coming through for Bobslinger. Again, that's a shot coming through. That is a hard save pinch off the crossbar there, as Bobslinger going to try and keep possession there. Skate's going to get 50-50 by CRJ. V-Storm takes it up the wall again. Gonna try and maybe get an air dribble out to mid. Maybe to Yappa. Nope. Unable to come through. Back to Nitrous. Shot over them. Bobslinger gonna have to take it. He misses that. Skay gets a 50 underneath. That will be a goal for the Pumpkins. That is a series of unfortunate events right there.
It really is. I mean, just some good offensive pressure there from the Papa Pumpkins. As Papa Yappa, I consider that a dookie. I'm gonna call that one. I'm gonna go ahead and call it out. That one is a dookie, ladies and gentlemen. Papa Yappa gets it and just bullies his way to that last defender. The slow roller rolls its way in, and that's going to be the first one here in game 5. Papa Yappa, or not Papa Yappa, Papa Pumpkins threatening so far to shut this one away to the number 2 seed. This could be potentially the first upset of the season so far. Papa Bobslinger gonna get Papa Bobslinger. Bobslinger does get 50'd out here. Nitrous makes a touch, a little bit awkward. Skay looking to carry this one out, looking a little bit devious there, tries to make something work, but Nitrous puts this one up high, doesn't touch the ceiling. This is going to be awkward, and a good touch. It is a double commit though, a lot of boost used. Bobslinger puts this one in net, but a great clear coming out from CRJ Pumpkin.
Leading on, Nitrous by himself in the backline, gets a great hit out. V-Storm going to try and pre-flip that up the wall. Not the best touch, but CRJ is able to read that right away. Straight down, CRJ is unable to get there before Bobslinger. He's going to try and stay with it here. OGs really need to keep possession here, but unfortunately, Bobslinger is unable to do that. He sends it out to V-Storm. Great beat coming out from Skay back to mid, who gets once again beat out by CRJ. Ball's kind of by itself over here as Bobslinger kind of beats that. Might go for a mid shot here. Oh, Skay is unable to make it. Oh no.
That is a hard ball to get around. I mean, it looked like he's almost maybe going for a bump rather than a shot. I can't tell, but what a good skim shot from Papa Yapa to put this one into the blue end. But it looks like Pumpkin's gonna get a good touch. Looking a little bit awkward here defensively for the OGs. Good 50. Can Papa Yapa get the beat? He does. This is gonna be dangerous. Skate doesn't find the touch, but a good demo coming out from Nitrous. Keep that one on.
Oh no!
Good shot from Papa. I don't even know who's going off, but Papa Yapa puts it away. I couldn't even tell what happened right there. A demo comes out, but it doesn't matter. It does look like Papa Yapa and CRJ Pumpkin get the job done themselves.
Poms are really not doing well right now for the OGs as we see Bobslayer and Nitrous going for that. Nitrous not getting the best touch, which leads to a goal. They really need to improve on that if they want to stay in the series. That'll be an open net. Nitrous going to score it. It's still 2-1.
Here we go.
Left in the game.
They needed to just start getting some momentum. That's what they needed. Good opens. If they don't hit that open net, I'm going to pretty much write that one off. Write this one off for the OGs. If they don't hit that, the mental's going to be down the drain. But good open net hit there by Nitrous to keep this alive for the OGs. It's not over yet. Minute 44 left to go. They're going to need another one, though, to tie it up. But Papa Yapa going to look to shut that one down. Puts it up off the backboard. Skate makes a weird touch. V-Storm, dangerous shot, but a good save coming out from Nitrous.
That was a great save coming through. They really need that. They really cannot allow Papa Pumpkins to score another one here. They really need to keep the possession going. Bobster gets a great 50 over. Another just running it through. Fair enough, fair enough. Nitro's going to try and score. Skate was ready for that, but unfortunately just does not appear. The OG's kind of caught off guard here. We see the edge of the blue side. That's a great shot going through, but nothing is there.
Yeah, I don't know where the Papa Pumpkins defense is right now. Nitrous has so much space to work with, but V-Storm makes a great goal line save there. Now Pumpkin has some space of his own, gets a good flick towards the net. Defended well by Bobfinger, puts this one over in the corner. Demo does come out from Pumpkin. V-Storm gonna try and get the center. Papa Yapa is not going to be there for the attack. Skate gets a good demo. Papa Yapa, though, following this one up well, gets a good 50 on Bobfinger. 46 seconds left to go. They need to get something going, but Papa Pumpkins are doing such a good job of maintaining control of this ball right now.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Goes back down to Nitrous. Nitrous is unable to get it. Everyone's kind of awkward on that ball as we see Bobfinger get it back out to mid. Sends it way over to the corner. Nitrous should be the first one on that. Gets beat out there by V-Storm, who's going to put it mid. Bobfinger's going to go for it. Misses it. It's almost own goals it. Oh my gosh. V-Storm was unable to get there. Still only 20 seconds left. One goal down. Papa's Pumpkins need to hold on here in order to make it to the next round of playoffs.
It's going to be a V-Storm looking for the ice. Can't quite get it. 10 seconds left to go. Good demo on Bobfinger. Demo does come out. This could be free. Maybe one last opportunity. Bobfinger puts it out in the field. CRJ Pumpkin holding the midfield strong. One last opportunity. V-Storm, can he put it down? Gets it around with one. That will touch the ground. And Papa Pumpkins with the upset here, taking down the number 2 seed. Ladies and gentlemen, in a best of 7. What a crazy series coming out from the underdogs of Papa Pumpkins to beat out the number 2 seeds of the OGs.
That was really good coming through Papa Pumpkins. That was great.
Oh, man. I don't think anybody expected that. Did anybody, like, I don't think anybody, I did. Okay, to be fair, I did. To be fair. But it was only because I was going against you.
I won't lie to you, I never expected that. I had OGs, like, winning this whole division easily. I did not even think they were going to drop down this quick.
Yeah. Wow. That's absolutely crazy. We are going to see Papa Pumpkins take it. They've got to be happy. I know V-Storm and, you know, this whole team, Papa Yapa, he's been smiling pretty much since they won. I mean, he's still got a smile on his face, but nonetheless, a great series. We're gonna go ahead and drag him in here for a winner's interview here. Yo. And I'll just go ahead and first say it. Huge congratulations to you guys for taking that series against the number 2 seed. They were only 1% winning percentage behind the number 1 seed, so you can almost count them as a number 1 seed at this point too. You guys pull up the underdog, and you pull off the underdog story and make it happen. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it to you, CRJ, the captain of this team. What happened after that game number 1? You know, you guys weren't looking too good, and then all of a sudden you guys just turned on the burners and something clicked.
Well, after game 1, I had a pep talk with these guys. I pointed out all the mistakes we did in game 1, and basically I tried to tell them, we all have made mistakes, obviously, and I tried to just focus on those mistakes and fix them. And I repeated it a few times. I was repeating while we were playing, and it worked out.
I mean,
Well,
I have
some nice-
out of curiosity, we'll see. We'll test them. VStorm and or Yappa, you can answer this. What were the things that were going wrong? What was going wrong in game 1 compared to game 2?
Can I spoil this? Can I spoil this?
Absolutely.
So he said primarily we need a second man because we just kept going after the ball, getting a 50, and then it just being stuck in no man's land. They just got a free ball. No panic on defense, which I still did in games like 3 and 4, but you know we're not gonna talk about that. And then I don't know. He just said just don't panic and just yeah.
Love that. Absolutely love that. I mean,
this is our first post-match interview, like on stream. Because all of our winners have been off stream. So.
oh wait, this is your first time on a winners interview?
Yes, first time.
Oh wow. I mean, better time than ever, right? I mean, the playoffs time. Now, well, hold on. Does that? I honestly, I don't have the bracket pulled up, but does that? I don't know how the Div B stuff works. Do you guys have to win 2 more to make it to LAN, or is it just 1 now?
One more.
We have
One more?
secured the spot that we just need 1 more. The loser that needs to do 3 more. So that was a highly important matchup. And
That really
I was.
was.
Nervous going to do it.
Hey, you pulled through. You pulled through. You pulled through. Mitch, you got any questions for these guys, or?
I really don't have any questions. I'm just gonna say Yappa and VStorm, you guys did great to wake up in those 3rd through 4th game, which I really think was like the defining factor for why you guys won.
Yep.
Absolutely popped off. One thing I was commenting on pretty much throughout that whole thing was, you know, CRJ Pumpkin, you know, you have a pretty set, you have a set expectation, right? You know, you're a former Div A player, you're the captain of the team, and I think you consistently kind of fulfill that role. And I was kind of similar for Bob Singer, right? He plays his role so consistently well, and you know, disrupts and gets a lot of demos, and he does that very consistently. One of the things that I said was the it factor for both of the teams, for you guys, was VStorm, in my opinion. You were kind of the it factor for this team. And then, you know, for the other team, it was Skay. And it was when you break it down like that, it kind of becomes a battle between you two. And VStorm, you just popped off today, my brother. I mean, you had a couple hat tricks. You know, you're getting, like you said, you were getting some good challenges, stuff like that. So not really a question, but it was just kind of a point that I wanted to put out there. So like I said, just all around, I loved the transition that I saw from game 1 to, you know, games 2 through 5. It was really fun to watch, and I don't really think many people expected it. So, you know, huge props to you guys, and you know, hopefully you can get 1 more win to, you know, progress to LAN.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's just 1 more to go. 1 more.
I'm just saying, I'm known for making a Lorem Ipsum run. So
That is true.
that
That is very true. That is very true, Pumpkin.
Yeah, I appreciate you hyping me up, but these guys absolutely carried me. Like CRJ, the goated captain, like breaking it down for us, telling us what we need to work on was absolutely massive, and that was an amazing thing to just fix all those things and just suddenly see it working. It was like incredible. And then Yappa, just the absolute goat. Whenever he just didn't have any fear towards committing towards the ball when we like said just go after it, and he just like full send and just get a beautiful 50 to want to like do something. I don't know. Both of these guys are goated. Like I appreciate the hype, but these guys are amazing.
I do want to get one more question to you, Yappa. You haven't really said anything yet. What's the transition like? I think were you Division C last semester?
Yes, I was.
What's that transition been like for you? You know, coming from Division C now, you know, up into Division B, and now finding some success finally. I mean, how does that feel, and what's it like?
Well, it's a little bit faster than my expectation, but I can handle it. I got teammates that I can rely on. Hopefully, I don't miss. Even if I miss, they know what to do after that.
Oh man.
Actually, I think I missed more than you did. I'm gonna be real there. There was a couple aerials that were just a little bit scuffed, but
yeah. And I'm just
yeah.
well, of course, I'm like the low MMR person, so I just run in and try to get 50s.
That was good. I mean, VStorm kind of mentioned it too. You were 50ing out of your mind, especially I think it was game 5, that slow roller. I think that was one of the big ice moments of the entire series. You just bully your way in, get the slow dookie. It's a dookie, but it was a slow one at that. Just so well played from all 3 of you guys. So I think that's gonna do it for our little winners interview here. We have one more series tonight, but just want to say one last time, congratulations and good luck on making it to LAN.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it here for our first match here of the night between what was it, the OGs and Papa Pumpkins. I mean, Mitch, it doesn't get much better than that. The underdog story completes. First upset of the season. coming out, and Papa Pumpkins are now only one series win away from making land. And Mitch, as a Division B player yourself, were you expecting this at all? Like, was it even a thought in your mind?
No, not at all. seeing this low of a seed being that high of a seed, once again, like I told you before, I really thought OGs were just gonna beat this whole division up. I did not think anyone really had a shot, but seeing this, this division's gonna be up in the air, I think.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy, but nonetheless, we have one more series left to play, as I did mention. So I'm gonna go ahead, toss it over to an intermission. You know, before we get in, I gotta set some stuff on the back end. Mitch, thank you for joining me here on the casting desk. It's always greatly appreciated. It was a lot of fun. Even if you did dog on me before the series started. So
too much fun, man.
Okay, stick around. We're gonna go to about a 10-minute intermission, and we will be right back. Peace out.